Hello friends, show a cat was redeemed. So here is a cat, my Chickpea. Hello. Say hello to everyone, Chickpea. Hi. Hi Charlotte. Yeah, you did arrive during a break, but don't worry. It was just a really quick break. Finished chapter 7 quicker than I was expecting, and then needed a little pee break. And also now a pee break. We love Chickpea. We hope she's good. She's doing good. She's doing so good. She's been very healthy lately. We're trying to get some weight back on her, and I think she's slowly gaining it back. But we'll be able to tell soon because we'll take her to the vet soon. She's got her paws very politely crossed here. It's very cute. Okay, alright, let's get into this. Chapter 8. Graveyard of your past mistakes. Everything is about to come to a head right now. Let's just see how it goes. I have a feeling, my prediction is that we're gonna get like a boss battle with Tyler this episode, and then this chapter even, and then the last chapter is gonna be like a boss battle with Aruni, our sister. That's my prediction. Soundy's grip on Barefoot Park is stronger than ever. Oops, Tyler is not happy with Jala's performance. Meanwhile, Dad is dropping cryptic hints. Be warned, emotional traps ahead. Dad just told us that him and Amma have something to tell us this morning, so we're also nervous for that. Oh, here we go. They're sitting. It's a different animation. It's what we had before. Can I cook today? I can't cook. I have to talk to my parents. Okay.
Jala, you're finally awake. I've already had 3 cups of tea, a walk, a long chat with the neighbor, and solved the cryptic crossword in the paper.
Congratulations.
It should be illegal to be so cheerfully productive in the morning.
Fresh air and good digestion are necessary to any enterprise, even a criminal one.
Sorry. I've only heard good things about Alien, but I'm a wimp. Yeah, it's pretty scary. It is pretty scary. It's true. Aliens is definitely more of an action movie, and I think some of the later installments... I think Aliens is definitely more of an action movie. I think Alien 3 is definitely more heavy on the action movie vibe. I think that Resurrection's an interesting movie. But I think that, like, Prometheus definitely brought it back to that, like, survival horror vibe, even though, like, I had mixed feelings about Prometheus, but I think it was it did kind of do a good job of taking us back to, like, what was so scary about the first Alien movie, so there is that. I haven't seen Covenant, so I need to get on that.
I always suspected she was a mob boss.
Well, if the very concept of mourning is too much for you, I don't know how you're going to face the rest of this conversation.
Minnie?
Wait, Dad was both cryptic and ominous last night. Umma's extra spicy this morning. All signs point to imminent disaster.
Maybe you should drink some more tea,
Just
Jala.
tell me.
Get it over with. I can't stand the suspense.
You warned her, didn't you?
Not a word, Minnie, I swear.
We agreed.
Children, can we focus up here, please?
My mother is coming to Timber Hill.
We're going to get to meet Patty. I can't wait. Are you okay, Ma?
Oh, that explains it.
Explains what exactly?
Patty is the only person who terrifies Mom. It's like a switch flips and she turns into this insecure little girl wanting approval.
I love generational trauma. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe Patty is going to be one of our boss battles.
Everything has to be perfect. Nothing is good enough. Especially not us.
Jala? You had a grand insight to share?
I forgot.
Yeah, our dad really is like, in moments like these, he avoids confrontation, doesn't he?
She swore she'd never leave Bangalore for anywhere with worse weather.
Which rules out pretty much the entire northern hemisphere, much less the Pacific Northwest. We thought we were safe.
Well, your Patti might not be the most traditional Indian grandmother.
But she's still an Indian grandmother.
Did you really think she'd miss her eldest grandchild's wedding?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe we should have seen this coming.
Speaking of which, Aruni's still avoiding you, isn't she?
I'm trying.
I've looked for her everywhere, but she's sneaky.
You said I should give them their own space and that they'd figure things out in their own time.
Well, I still think it has its merits.
My mother's flight lands tomorrow, Arvind. Tomorrow!
Had its merits, I should say. I fully agree. Circumstances have somewhat overtaken us.
I'm putting an end to this nonsense. Jala, it's time to make Kiribat.
Okay, so we are getting a cooking challenge this morning, but in a very different set of circumstances. We have to make kiribat, but I'm guessing it has to be really fucking good kiribat. And it's set for Aruni, so I don't know if we're gonna go to the wedding. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm really curious to see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there anything else on the menu today? Yeah, it's just kiribat. Okay.
Do not be fooled into thinking kiribat is a simple breakfast dish made of rice and coconut milk. Kiribat is an institution, a way of life, a trial of Sri Lankan culinary skill, and let's be real, femininity. For our mother, an Indian Tamil woman married to a Sri Lankan Sinhalese man, kiribat doesn't symbolize prosperity or mark celebratory occasions.
Oh no.
Each perfectly made dish is evidence that she cares, that she belongs, that she is worthy.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling the pressure, but let's try and be chill. Let's lean into it. Let's get hype.
Let's go. Jala and Mom versus Kiribat. Knockout in round 1.
No, I meant to inspire awe and appropriate fear, not whatever this
Well,
is.
if I'm afraid, then I'm not going to be able to cook good.
Are you daydreaming, Jala? What could possibly be more important than fixing your relationship with your sister?
Nothing, obviously.
I'm fantasizing about our joyful reunion. Visualizing. Manifesting, even.
Try and manifest some attention, please, and thank you.
Okay, Mom.
Why do you look so nervous, Jala? I'm planning to eat the kiribat, not you.
Well, you say that, Amma, but I don't know if I believe you.
Start by washing your hands.
Okay. 17 steps, guys. It's that deep. Okay. Okay. Okay, if there are moments where I go quiet because I'm like intensely focused on trying to get these steps right, then please forgive me.
We will make kiribat, you will take the kiribat to Aruni, and you will patch up today.
Unfortunately, that's not up to me. Also, Aruni loves jalebi. That's why we made jalebi earlier, right? It's not up to me.
Hey, I've been on the reconciliation train for several stops. Tell that to her.
You think I haven't? Please, Jala, I'm very capable of triangulating you two.
Wow, Mom, that actually explains so much about our performance.
Now wash the rice till the water runs clear.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's hazard a compliment.
Are you doing something new with your hair? It looks so shiny.
Coconut oil twice a week. You should try.
Yes! Let's go!
Very good. What else do you expect, Jala? A parade party can smell domestic discord, so I don't care if you two have to pretend everything's fine. Just put on a good show. That's all I ask.
Keep the peace or question her? Okay, part of me wants to keep the peace, but also I'm feeling a bit nosy. I don't want to wind her up, but I am feeling a bit nosy, so I'm going to question her.
Are we really sure that's the emotionally healthy approach here?
It's good for my emotional health.
Just checking. Message received.
That's all you're gonna say? Did you leave your spine in Jennifer's apartment?
I'm being mature.
What do you want me to do? Confront her with all the trauma she spent 40 years repressing?
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's not going to work. It never works.
The other option is tiptoeing around her forever. I don't know. Yes?
Earth to Jala, hello? Shred the coconut, please. Today, if possible.
Super scrape. Oof.
Your dad would say you did well, but I'm not your dad. Blend the coconut with water. Not too fine, not too
Yes,
coarse.
ma.
I'll try.
Don't try. Set your mind to do it properly.
Dance, little Jala, dance.
Well done, Jala. Touchdown. That's what they say in basketball, no? After fixing your mess with Aruni, I still have to clean the house, do the laundry, and cook Pati's favorites for
That's a
tomorrow.
lot to do.
Sounds like
No, we are not saying that. You need to stand up for
Oh
yourself.
my god.
Were you saying something, Jala?
I was trying to sympathize. Come on.
All right then. Now hand mix the coconut milk till it's silky smooth.
My internal monologue is really turning it up. The pressure, that is. Okay, let's just do a standard mix for now.
Better than last time we cooked together. Now go wash your hands.
What are we, a kid? We don't need to be told that.
Shut up, Aruni.
you're supposed to be the voice inside my head, not the one coming out of my mouth.
Excuse me? What do you mean I'm such a youngest child? What are you trying to say about me right now?
Then tell her what you really think.
I ran into one of your students the other day. They said you were their favorite teacher.
It's nice to have my efforts appreciated.
Thank God.
Very good.
I'm gently roasting you because even the game is like, please do the confrontation. Is avoiding confrontation some kind of youngest child trope? Because the thing is, I feel like the tropes that I usually hear about youngest children are that they're spoiled, and I'm simply not. Like, I will say that, you know, my experience as opposed to my older siblings' experience is totally different, and stuff like that. But I think that it also partly depends on the family dynamic. Like, I'm definitely a youngest child, I know that, like, and that manifests in certain ways, and definitely, like, if you put me next to my siblings, like, you could tell, like, who's the oldest, middle, and youngest child. I think that we do kind of embody those stereotypes. But I think that I'm my immediate reaction is like defensive, because I feel like the trope that I always hear is that youngest children are like spoiled. But now I'm like, is that like a thing that like a youngest child is like trying to keep the peace, or is trying to like seek approval or avoid confrontation? because I'm working on it. I'm working on it, okay? But also I think that has a lot to do with my family and then me being the youngest child in the context of my family, which I'm not going to go into in tons of detail, but yeah.
Now thin down the coconut milk with water and mix it with the rice.
Oh, come on, really?
Nothing to say, Jala? That's a change.
It's also, I've said this before in some of these scenes, but this is really getting to me today, because again, it's like when I'm in situations like these with my mum and I'm trying to keep it together, I'm trying to stay calm, I'm trying not to like lash out. So this is very something I'm trying to figure out how to navigate in the context of this game. So if you see me repeatedly like taking in a deep breath, then okay, let's do a normal stir.
I knew you had my cooking genes.
I feel so on edge right now. Didn't mean for my gentle roast to be accidentally so brutal. It's okay. I think I completely turned that into something bigger than it actually was.
You're being suspiciously quiet, Jala. It's starting to make me nervous. Okay then. Now it's time to add the sea salt. But don't get overconfident. Now it's time to light the stove.
Okay.
Say something, Jala. Tell the truth. Isn't it time?
To be fair, it's not giving me the option yet to say anything.
I really appreciate all the encouragement you've been giving me, Ma.
Ah,
Sarcasm really is the lowest form of wit. Your Auntie Chandra would be thrilled. Then again, I saw her burn rice twice. Jala.
Just open your mouth.
Oh damn, the pan's hot. Pour the mixture in, quick! Even Party would approve. What am I saying? Maybe I should lie down.
Just open your mouth, Jala.
this is like I'm so on edge right now.
The truth will fall right out. All you need to do is let it. Don't you trust me?
Ah, yes. Yes, I trust you.
I don't trust myself right now.
Isn't that the same thing?
Jala? Jala! Seriously, Jala, cover the rice and let it cook in the coconut milk. Are you really giving me the silent treatment? Today, of all days.
It feels safer.
I say something wrong every time I open my mouth, so...
That's more like it.
Stir the rice before it goes lumpy, or we'll have to start all over again. That's good. This time try to stir the rice as though you're not expressing your buried resentment towards me.
I'll do my best.
No, no way. Tell her how you really feel.
How about you stop taking out your anxiety about Bhatti coming tomorrow on me?
Okay.
I'm just trying to help you.
You're projecting.
You're not good enough for her, so today nothing I do is good enough for you.
Keep going, Jala. You're on a roll.
Well, guess what, Ma? Maybe I'm not perfect. Maybe you aren't perfect either.
Sing it, sister.
Yeah, sorry if I'm getting kind of like quiet. This is really getting to me.
I really am an incredible teacher. I see. You're worried about Aruni. That's what this drama is all about.
Just completely ruined my hair there, didn't I? Still trying to figure out what makes this situation work, but I can't really tell. No. I said what I said, and what I said is what this is about.
Wow, did she even hear you?
Lumpy, I'm assuming it's a pudding rice rather than a basmati. Yeah, it's a pudding rice. For sure. I've never had this before, but from what they're describing, it's a pudding rice. Like cooking the rice in the coconut milk and stuff like that.
Are you going to let her get away with minimizing our feelings?
You don't think she'll forgive you. You're scared to face her.
You're talking about yourself.
Are we talking about me and Aruni, or you and Bhatti?
You have no idea how complicated my relationship with Bhatti is, how hard it is for me, so don't presume. No, don't say anything. The rice needs to cool off, and so do we. All I'm asking for is a little empathy.
Try
Jala.
using some first.
No. You just want me not to show you up in front of Bhatti.
Why can't you just be on my side for once?
Why can't you be on mine?
I'm always on your side, Jala. You're the only one who doesn't see that. Oh, Kiri bath should be made with love, not anger. So let's set this argument and the rice aside, all right?
Are you really going to let her end the conversation like that? What gives her the right?
No.
Of course I'm not. I'm just working up to what I want to say.
Don't think, just say it.
I don't think that's very good advice.
Coward.
Let's start on the sambal while the rice sets. The richness of the milk rice contrasts with the sambal's heat. See, Jala? Everything has to be a balance.
Notice the dig.
What happened to setting aside the argument?
What? I was talking about the kiribat.
Is she kidding us?
At least admit it. I'm not stupid.
Did I say you were stupid, Jala? Please stop overreacting to the smallest comment. I think you should focus on what you're going to say to Aruni instead of interfering with me and my mother.
You could talk to me.
You've never actually talked about her. You just go into this frenzy whenever she visits.
Not everything is easy to talk about, Jala.
So let me get this straight. She's allowed to meddle in your life, but you can't even ask questions?
Now, chop up the onions. Roughly will do. They don't have to be perfect. We'll grind them up later.
Ha!
I handed you that one.
This whole situation is stressing me out so much.
You won't completely embarrass me in front of Bhatti.
You're doing so well, Jala. Why are you stopping now? Just because she made a joke?
I don't know what to do. Ugh. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should back off. I don't know.
It feels like you're trying to get me worked up.
Stop swallowing it all down. You know exactly what you want to say to her. What you've always wanted to say.
I can't.
You can. Just spit it out.
Sometimes you are just like your mother.
Yes. Didn't that feel good?
I don't know.
I feel kind of lightheaded. That's good, right?
That's relief. That's release. That's catharsis, baby.
I don't know.
Say something, Ma.
Add the red chili flakes. More than you think you'll need.
I
Sambal
feel
needs
like
to be
my
fried.
heart has just dropped into my stomach. The way that the music stopped and stuff as well.
I've already given you too many compliments today. You know, Jala, sometimes I hate how much I see myself in you.
Oh my god. Okay.
I moved continents to get away from my mother. Compared to that, you didn't go that far.
Do you resent me?
Do you hate me for what I did? Leaving town? Cutting myself off?
Of course I did. I hated you because it felt like I failed at loving you.
I have tissues. I'm dangerously close to crying. Sorry, guys.
But really, I hated myself. And I missed you.
Ma,
Look at that. Time to crush everything up with the mortar and pestle. Go on now.
Wow. Okay.
Impressive. You came back home. That's the important thing. And the last thing I want to do is drive you away again.
We'll both try. Yeah, so I'm okay. I mean, this is definitely kind of getting to me. But I'm okay. Yeah. I'm fine. Yeah, I feel you, Neve. It's really hitting hard for me right now as well.
I don't want that either. We'll work on it. Okay, Emma?
Suck up. Just a few kind words and you roll over for her?
I don't want you to feel like you have to run away from me, Jala.
Can't you see she's manipulating you?
Well, I think that this is like the most honest that she's been in the whole game.
Look at that. We're nearly done with this Kiribat. And not too soon.
But it's interesting that the narrator would say that, because I think that this kind of speaks a little bit to what I was saying earlier, like with regards to Tyler, in the sense that, you know, the narrator is like our internal voice and stuff, right? And she's not all us, but she is a part of us, and it's interesting that she's like represented through Jala's sister Aruni, because we as the player, like, we don't know Aruni, we haven't met Aruni, we don't really know what she's like. But what I was saying about Tyler earlier was that, you know, she is struggling so much to trust Jala, and there's a part of her that's saying, you know, Jala has always, in the past, Jala has always hurt you like this, so she is going to do it again. And that's what I was saying about Tyler, and I kind of feel like that's what's going on now, right? Is like we're trying to have this conversation, and the voice of the narrator in one sense is good, because it's encouraged us to have this confrontation, which is very much needed. But now that voice is saying, don't trust her, you can't trust her because she's always hurt you before. And it makes so much sense to feel that way. And to feel like you don't want to give someone a chance to fix things or make amends, because there's that part of you that's like, you know, they've hurt you over and over and over again. What if they do it again? And that part of yourself is trying to protect you, but it doesn't always serve you, especially when someone really is trying to change and you're not giving them a chance, like at least one chance, you know, to change. So it's quite an interesting parallel there. And I think Charlotte, I saw you saying in the chat earlier, do we know why her and her sister stopped talking yet? We haven't really, we're not really sure yet. We haven't had the chance to meet Aruni or talk to Aruni yet, but hopefully we will today.
Do you really think you fixed anything today? No way, you just papered over the cracks.
Second to last step, add the cured tuna.
I don't think we fixed anything, but maybe we, you know, started to change something.
You almost did it correctly. I know I said you have to fix things with Aruni, but it's all right if you can't.
Oh. Thank you. I appreciate hearing that from her.
I'll just deal with whatever Party has to say about it. I mean, who cares what my mother thinks, right? Look, don't answer that. Final step, cut up the Kiribat into nice even pieces.
I think the fact that her mum was honest with her is a huge step. Yeah, I agree. And I think what she's just said right now is, like, also a huge step. Like, you know, because she's been putting so much pressure on Jala to fix things with Aruni, and it's not that easy to fix a relationship, right? Again, the way that these kind of themes are kind of coming up is really interesting. And it's kind of a consistent theme with her is that she, you know, if Jala makes a mistake, if Jala fails, like, she's not allowed to do that, and she makes her feel terrible for doing that. And again, it's like, you know, you're not meant to make your child feel like bad for failing or making a mistake, because that's what human beings do, and you as a parent are supposed to guide them and take care of them and give them the space and the time and the support that they need to grow and change and to make mistakes, and to not feel like making mistakes makes them a bad person. And this whole thing, like, it makes so much sense, right? That, you know, this is the way that her mother treated her, and without even knowing, on some level, she did this to her own daughter. And I think in a big way, having this conversation with Jala could help her understand how she has been making her child feel the way that her mother used to make her feel, and she doesn't want Jala to feel that way, you know. But also that, you know, if she can't fix her relationship with her mother, then that really sucks, but she does have her relationship with Jala, and that there's something that she can do about that. Because it's kind of like, I've said this a few times in this game, but, you know, you can only take responsibility for your own actions. You can only change yourself. You can't change how other people behave. And, you know, it's been so long, like, I'm sure that, you know, by this point it will feel like really difficult for her to change her relationship with her mother, her own mother. But even if Pati refuses to change, then Amma can change the way that she behaves towards her child, if that makes sense. So yeah.
You're unusually focused today. The moment of truth. Time to taste what you've made.
Okay, phew. I think we got 3 stars.
So, does it taste good enough to inspire a miraculous sibling reconciliation?
You know, that's actually within the realm of possibility.
Oh, really?
But don't let it get to your head.
Wow, guys. That was definitely the most emotionally fraught cooking challenge we've had yet. I can't imagine how hard it must feel to realize you've enacted your parental trauma onto your own child. Yeah. Yeah, me neither. But it's something I think about a lot because of how I want to have kids. I think it's something that I'm really afraid of in a sense. But, you know. Okay, it looks like our next objective is to meet with Aruni. So maybe we figure out everything with Aruni before we talk to Tyler. Okay, guys, this is it. I think we're gonna fix things with Aruni, inshallah.
Indeed.
Okay, today is a good day to finish up any unfinished business. Check up on your exes, do some skating, and cook all the meals. I have cooked all of the meals, and I have done all of the side quests with my exes. Except, of course, Tyler. Yeah, we're at max approval with Sergio, Dia, Irfan, and Adelaide. Again, Bruno, that didn't happen because he left town. And we're just gonna be figuring it out with Tyler. I think that's part of the main plot. That's fine. We've cooked all the different dishes. And I haven't really done any of the skate challenges, but I'm not really going to in the interest of focusing on the time and the plot today. So I'm probably going to go straight to meet with Aruni. And hope that I can swing that boss battle, and if not, then I'll just do some suitor battles to level up. Oh, no. I thought I clicked downtown, but I didn't. I get you, but I think being aware of it is much better than most parents. Yeah, it's true. That is something, at least. Excuse me, sir. Okay, alright. Whew! Okay, here we go.
Congrats, Jala. You've reached a new low, getting Mom to emotionally blackmail me into meeting you with Kiribati. I actually expected better of you. Guess that's on me, huh?
We're both victims?
Mom sprung this on me, same as you.
What a convenient story. Next you'll tell me we have to stick together in the face of parental pressure. Isn't it already obvious she doesn't want to be here? And why is this all your fault anyway? She's the older sister.
Stop interfering. I don't know what went on exactly, but I'm sure that we both have some responsibility to take.
Can you just give me some space here? The commentary's not helping.
I'm just looking out for you. So what? You wanted to talk. So talk.
Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty nervous because I'm not like totally sure about how to handle this conversation, but we're gonna try our best and hope that it works out. I'm sorry. I think it's a good idea to start with an apology and see how that goes. I'm extending an olive branch.
I know I've been a shit sister. I promise I'll do everything I can to make it up to you.
And what about her? I'm the one who's been looking out for you all this time. And I should believe you. Why, exactly? Let's be really honest. You're not back in town to make up with me, or Mom and Dad, or anyone else. You came back because Jennifer threw you out, and you had nowhere else to go.
You introduced us. That's interesting. But I don't necessarily want to like blame her, right? Because even if she introduced Jennifer to us, then I don't think that like, you know, she's still not responsible for the fact that we like ran away with Jennifer and like left everyone in the dust. So Aruni is hot. You're right. You're correct. Aruni is hot. That was low. I know it is kind of low. Like, again, it's not that she doesn't have a reason to be angry, but I think that like the way that she's expressing it or the like assumptions that she's making are like not fair.
You know how Jennifer is. Don't you even care what she did to me? Or would that interrupt your one-woman pity party?
That's right, Jala. Get angry. You deserve to be angry. God damn, Jennifer, I could kill her. I really could. You have no idea how worried I was every time you didn't pick up the phone. I take it she encouraged you to cut off contact with us?
She got in my head.
At first, she just listened to me complain, you know? But then she started saying that Mom was toxic and you and Dad were enabling her.
Okay. This is really interesting because I know we talked about earlier how like there was, I don't remember what was said exactly, but there was some point to the idea that Jennifer was white. I think that was something that was like hinted at some point. And this kind of like language and this way of like framing things. There's obviously like the whole abusive relationship thing of like cutting you off from people around you. But there's also like the specific way that white people like conceive of familial relationship and personal relationships, and that they like weaponize like therapy speak, and they kind of like have this idea that like the way to deal with everything is like to cut off toxic people or whatever, and that plays so much into that like capitalist individualist and white supremacist like model of like protecting your mental health or whatever. So there's like a lot going on here. Hey Lost and Fairy, it's going good. You just caught us at the point in the game where we're confronting Aruni. You missed a very intense, very emotional conversation with our mother as well. And now we're here finally talking to Aruni and trying to work through our family trauma, I guess. That's the name of the game today. Was Jennifer white by any chance? Yeah, I forgot what was said earlier, but there was a specific thing that was said, I think, that had us like, oh, clearly Jennifer is white. Yeah.
It didn't help that Mom was so mad at me. She could barely say a word on the phone those first few months.
You were protecting yourself. It's understandable.
It's interesting the direction that this narrative voice is going in as well.
Don't you dare let yourself off the hook that easy, Jala. No, you broke Mom and Dad's hearts.
Oh, don't apologize, Lost and Fairy. It's literally fine. I appreciate you being here at all, and I'm glad that you got some rest.
You were always their favorite.
Oh my god. This is really a petty thing to say, but I don't really know what I want to say here. I don't know, the top one feels like potentially useful in the sense that it calls out that she might be like projecting, but also it seems like it might come across as being like a little bit like childish or confrontational. Like, not confrontational, like, because that's not necessarily a bad thing, but just like childish and kind of like not productive. But then also I don't know how productive it is to say like, oh, you're living the dream, blah blah blah, because that's also us projecting onto her, and I don't really know enough about her life to say that she's living the dream. So I don't know, I guess I'll go with the first one.
Well, I certainly fell conclusively off that pedestal.
She loved you falling from grace, getting what you deserved. Ask her. Go on.
That probably made you happy, huh?
Are you kidding me? God, you're a piece of work sometimes.
You too.
You know, Auntie C actually cried. That old battle axe... Forget it. It's done now. I just want to know one thing. You and Tyler. Are you still in love with her?
Probably, yeah.
I don't remember a time when I didn't love her.
I really hoped you wouldn't say that. For someone so smart, you're an absolute dope when it comes to the people you love. Either you really need to pee, or you have a question you're dying to ask. Which is it?
Jeez, this conversation is also stressful. Tell me about you.
How have you been, really? How's work? Any planes fall out of the sky recently?
Keep your voice down. Everyone knows I'm an engineer at Boeing.
Boeing dig.
Should be illegal to love your job this much.
Off topic, but I just saw the Gamers for Palestine book that you made, and it's fantastic. Thank you. Charlotte also says thank you because it was a team effort. So Charlotte did the fantastic like graphic design on that. I wrote most of the copy.
I got a promotion last month, and it's also where I met Ahmed.
I'm sorry. You work at Boeing and you met Ahmed at Boeing?
Wow. Was it a nerd meet cute? Did he desperately need to borrow a stapler? Did his engine break and you were the only one who could bring it whirring back to life?
God is testing me right now. How do you still know nothing about what I actually do?
So, is Ahmed the man of your dirty dreams? Are you in love? Is he good in bed?
Yes, and you have no idea. You little freak. For some reason, he really wants to meet you and cares about your dumb opinion.
So Ahmed wants to meet us. That's interesting.
He's actually nice and a good person whose soul hasn't been crushed by life. Try not to be a complete mega bitch when you meet him.
I'm excited
Okay.
to meet Ahmed. I have no intention of being a mega bitch to Ahmed. Like, why would I be?
Promise.
How can she say that about us? You're barely a deca bitch. A kill-a-bitch at worst.
When I left home, you were pretty adamant that you didn't want to get married. And now, this. Does that mean you've changed your mind about having kids too?
What if I have?
I'm happy for you if you have. Yeah.
Nothing. It's all good. Takes the pressure
If you
off.
have or if you haven't, yeah, like whatever you want, literally.
Yes, my every major life decision is guided solely by its impact on you.
Arnie, be honest with me. I need to know. Are we good?
Good? Good? I hate you for not calling. I hate Jennifer for taking advantage of you. I hate Mom and Dad for not doing more. I hate myself for ever letting her near you.
It's not your fault.
That is not on you.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
So where do we go from here?
We both made mistakes. We can keep going over them or just move forward. I'll forgive you if you forgive
Okay.
me.
Well, this was kind of a mess, but it went a lot better than I thought it would, and I'm glad that she's kind of like taken some responsibility in this situation, and that she's not just like made it out like Jala's a villain and everything's Jala's fault. I think that's good. It seems that she's angry about a lot, and has a lot of processing to do in that regard.
Deal.
Maybe she forgives you now, but do you think she'll ever really look at you the same way? Every time you make the tiniest mistake, hurt her feelings, say the wrong thing, it'll all come crumbling down. How long do you think you can keep up the perfect sister act, Jala? Do you even really want to? Deep down?
I guess whatever happens between us, I can't stop being an older sister. I spoke to Tyler for you last night. Set up a meet. She'll be waiting for you outside the skate park. Don't thank me. Just promise me one thing. Stay celibate until my wedding.
Oh, that's just having a sibling. It is. You're right. You're right. You are right. You're right. What more is there to say? Auntie Chandra, how about you come to my body shop, say hi to your fave auntie. Don't tell the other aunties. You'd be my fave even if I wasn't related to you. It's not a secret that I'm the best, but I won't rub any faces in it. Smiley face. See you soon, kiddo. I'm an older sister, I get that. I'm a younger sister, so I also get that in a different way. Thanks, B. I appreciate you sharing it around. If you do, just to say this for future reference, if y'all do share around the Gamers for Palestine booklet, then we would love to see like how people are using it. So if you use the booklet, if you print out the booklet and distribute the booklet, like whatever it is, we'd love to see you post about that on social media. Just to spread the word, but also to like demonstrate for people how they can use the booklet to organize, basically. No pressure, but yeah.
Aw, there she is. I heard about that strange mascot and his antics at the park. How are you holding up, Jalu baby?
I feel like I failed the kids.
Those skaters are too young and desperate to know they're being taken advantage of.
Feels like maybe this is like paralleling the situation with her and Jennifer. I do kind of feel like a lot of people, okay, I understand why a lot of people are like mad at her, but I don't really feel like there's been enough like talk about Jennifer's responsibility of like taking advantage of her when Jennifer was like a lot older and stuff, you know. I think with the Bruno situation as well, it was like Bruno absolutely like took advantage of her, and that's part of the reason that she like ran away from home. And you know, the environment that her parents like created being difficult and stuff like that all contributed to this. And I think that that's part of the reason why like sometimes I'm like, I understand why y'all have been hurt by Jala and why y'all are angry at Jala, and she bears some responsibility absolutely for the things that she did, but like they're just, you know, I guess like Aruni was saying, like, you know, I hate what Jennifer did, I hate what mom and dad did, I hate this, you know, I don't just like hate you, I'm not just angry at you. And I think that that's probably like a better way of looking at the situation, because like Jala isn't some kind of like villain, you know, she's just a human being like in difficult circumstances that, you know, has messed up and has hurt people, but like not because she was trying to hurt anyone. And it has a lot to do with the mistakes that other people have made as well. Like generational trauma and being taken advantage of as like a young queer like person of color and stuff like that. So Did we post screenshots of it on Twitter? Yeah, I think we did. Also, if you download it via our link tree, then there's like, I think that there's like PNG files that you can download as well. We did do some promo for it on Twitter, so you should be able to go to our Twitter page, GameAssistYT, and use the search bar. It sounds like Jennifer was very emotionally manipulative. Yeah, totally. It sounds like she made, I don't know, like even abusive. Like, you know, we don't know enough to say. Obviously, that's like quite a thing that I don't take it lightly to say. But, you know, it's a typical abuser tactic to like cut people off from everyone around them, right?
Unfortunately, young and vulnerable are the perfect demographics for that. But Jala, I'll give you this wisdom. You can't force a teenager to see a problem with your eyes.
Yeah, true.
You can only offer guidance and be there when they fall. That's what we did with you, after all.
Ugh.
The kids will be all right, Jala. Give them time. Now listen, if you're still feeling bad tonight, I'm headed over to the tool belt with your mom after I close up shop. You should join us.
Yes, there is also a colorblind friendly version. Do we have a plain text version as well? If we don't have a plain text version, maybe we should like include that in the link tree as well, because we do have the copy written up somewhere. I'm headed to the tool belt with Mom.
I didn't know Mom liked to go out drinking.
With the way you and your sister are driving her nuts, she needs a night out.
Do you mean my sister's wedding?
If I meant that, I would have said that. Come on. All those screws in our head need some loosening. And margaritas sound like just the lubricant.
I know she's a mechanic, but gross.
On second thought, your mom needs a break from you. Invitation rescinded. Make your own fun tonight, kiddo.
Fair enough. Okay, we got a text from Tyler. How did it go? Update, please. I'm at the Rock. I think we did do a plain text version. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, it's time to talk to Tyler. Yeah, the Word document with no design is plain text, so that's good. Thanks, Charlotte.
So, everyone, don't freak out, but I have someone to introduce.
What's going on now?
The person who actually gave me the idea for this little scheme.
Aruni? I should have known. Wait! I thought this was all my idea!
Oh, fucking hell, Sergio.
Oh, sweetie, yes. That's obviously what they wanted you to think.
But why?
I didn't want all of you causing drama at
Okay, that's really funny.
Okay, no. I refuse to pretend that secretly masterminding your sister's exes into messy confrontations with her is the low drama option.
I needed to keep her occupied. I wasn't ready to talk it out with her.
So you used us as distractions?
Fine, I also wanted to torture her a bit. Maybe a lot.
To know Jala is to want to torture.
Oh dear.
Please don't make that sound like such a sex thing.
Sorry.
Fun as it has been to watch this drama play out, it's time to face what I've been avoiding.
Okay, finally, Aruni. Hydrate has been redeemed. Oh, she is incredible. Dia is so hot, man. I'm what is there to say? Dia, you kinky little... Oh, Charlotte, I'm so sad that you missed the Dia, like, chapter and, like, boss battle. But, you know, when it goes up on the channel, and also if you ever play this game, yourself. I think that you will really enjoy it.
Your mom called you, huh?
Threatened me, more like. What about you, Tyler? Isn't it time you two actually talked?
No, no way. Absolutely not.
I am asking you as your friend. I mean, I like you more than my sister right now. Do it for me.
Oh, your entire bloodline is cursed.
I'm taking that as a yes.
One of us!
One of us!
One of us?
Oh, shut up before I change my mind.
Okay, alright, so I think that the Tyler boss battle is coming up. Pray, cross your fingers and your toes.
Are you sure you want to do this? Tyler's not going to be easy to deal with.
No, here we fucking go. Let's just go in. Let's just go in. Let's go.
It's never gonna get any easier.
This is Tyler. She's the first friend Jala made after our parents moved us to America. Her best friend. For a while, her only friend. Maybe that's the reason Tyler's always been a little possessive.
Excuse me?
Territorial. Oh, or how about proprietary? They fell in love when they were 14. They've been the on-again, off-again, grand queer romance of Timber Hill since then. The real mystery is why Tyler put up with the parade of hopeless losers, manipulators, and creeps Jala dated during their breakups. Low self-esteem, maybe?
Is that what you think of me? And hello to you too.
The parts where it's like the narrator, but it's also Jala speaking out loud are... It's interesting. The way that the like narrator's voice is used in this this whole story, this whole game is really interesting. It's quite like clever and quite refreshing. This part is going to be F-U-N. Yeah, you are going to be giggling and kicking your feet when you watch that bit, Charlotte. In terms of our upload schedule, Thirsty Suitors is probably going to start going up in May because we've got Towards a Free Palestine and my video essay hopefully coming over the next month, and then a couple of other bits to tide us over. So Thirsty Suitors will start going up either sometime over the next month maybe, or in May. And then it will be available for everyone to watch back. I have wondered, I guess that I've said it out loud even though I didn't intend to.
It's more like an intrusive thought I have now and then when I really want to wallow in my feelings of guilt.
Oh, well, if that question keeps you up at night, I'll just let you keep wondering. You want to dig up the past, Jala? Fine. I guess some things just won't stay buried.
Okay. Slay. Wow. Okay. And I have been listening to the soundtrack non-stop, so I have heard this track before, and it's called Blood, Sweat, and Tyler, which is great. Tyler, Jala's best friend, her ex, the ex. Their romance may be dead, but it's never too late to dig up the corpse for an autopsy.
Is this front you're putting up supposed to intimidate us? Oh, please.
Wait, your bitchy, self-critical inner voice looks and sounds like Aruni?
Guess you can see me as well as hear me in your inner world. Great.
Awful, isn't it?
Of all the people to be stuck with 24/7, my older sister.
Is there any point hating you when you're doing such a good job of doing it yourself?
Yeah.
Give it a rest, Tyler. If you really hated Jala, why would you even be here? I had more respect for you when you kept your distance from us. But to come crawling back like this? Oh, it's really pathetic. More than that, it's obvious.
Be very careful what you say next, Jala.
Aruni, stop! Right now!
She's you, you idiot. She's just saying what you're thinking. The words that come out of her mouth, you're just too scared to say them yourself.
You've always understood us so well, haven't you? But I know you too, Tyler. You want to know the real answer to the mystery of why you always forgive us? Why you'll forgive us even now? Even though you shouldn't.
You unbearably arrogant asshole. Go on then. Say it.
You're still in love with Jala. You never stopped. You never will. You don't know how.
Oh man. Well, this is the kind of sapphic romance I live for, though. So I'm winning, personally. This dreamscape, this like inner world thing is really giving goth GF as well. I love it. I feel like both the Dia level and this level, like, they know what the lesbians want. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so it doesn't look like she has any weaknesses at the moment. And I don't want to go in right away with these skills. So I'm just gonna attack for now and see what happens.
You made me feel like I wasn't good enough for you. That wasn't an accident. It was deliberate.
Emotional damage! Fuck. Okay, yeah. She doesn't have any weaknesses right now. Let's enlist our mother.
Mom!
Oh, Tyler! Hi, Muggle. Is Jala causing you trouble?
Oh, no, Auntie. Everything's fine.
All right then. Jala, be nice. You're lucky that Tyler's even talking to you, you know?
I think this backfired.
I kept trying to change myself for you. But now I realize you didn't know what you wanted.
I'm sorry, it's so fucking funny that her mother didn't even attack Tyler. When your mom likes your girlfriend that much, is it a blessing or is it a curse?
You were just afraid of how right I was for you.
She's really dealing emotional damage. Fuck me. Let's try Soundy.
The spirit of Timber Hills!
Okay, that did something.
Sergio! And Bruno?
What the hell is going on?
Hell is just right. Welcome to hell, Jala. My hell. The hell you put me through.
Do you think she's planning to bury us alive in this graveyard of your past mistakes?
You know she can hear you.
Maybe she'll be merciful and kill us first.
Oh, Jala. Don't be so silly. I want you alive. There's no use in tormenting the dead.
It's such a fucking slay. It is such a fucking slay. I'm rooting for them now. I don't think Jala does anything deliberately. I think you're right about that. She knows Jala very well. Yeah, so hence she's dealing emotional damage. Who can hurt you like an ex-best friend / ex-girlfriend? Yep.
And you have tormented me, Jala. Everywhere I look in this town, I see the after images of us. You're tangled in my past. You linger in my future. No matter what I do, I can't escape you. You haunt me, Jala. Now it's my turn to return the favor.
Whoa! You're back! I was so bummed you left town.
Yeah, bro. This lame town just couldn't handle my awesomeness. I had to split because of my secret trauma, you know?
That's deep, man. Women love secret trauma.
I know. That's why I made some up, obviously.
Wow! You're like a genius, bro!
You barely know Bruno, but we went to school with Sergio since the 3rd grade. Were you really not paying any attention?
I can't be expected to pay attention to the grunts they make in between guzzling.
Tyler is so me.
I followed you around like a little puppy dog. But you never really loved me, did you? I guess I made it too easy for you, huh?
Pathetic, isn't he? But was I any different to you?
Is that why you hated him?
You don't really think he's pathetic. You're afraid that you are.
Oh, yeah! We're exactly the same, aren't we, Tyler?
You left me again and again and again, but I loved you too much to let you go. You were the only one for me, even though you made it clear I wasn't enough. If that's not pathetic, I don't know what is.
Looks like Tyler's determined to resurrect the ghosts of the past. They're the shield she's using to avoid her real feelings. Put them down so we can get to the truth.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's take out Sergio first. Who I have he has a tendency to fall for thirsty, I think.
A moonlit cemetery, unearthly monstrosities. Is this a date?
Yeah. Predictable. Okay. Bruno. I feel like I can impress Bruno.
I'm not dazzled by those biceps anymore. My eyes are clear.
What if I flexed a little more?
God. Men. Nice. Yeah, I think I can take him out. Men are so predictable, for real. Dia!
Hello again, Super Freak. I really love what you've done with the place.
Don't call me that.
I had so many nicknames for you back in school, remember? A creature of the night, death becomes her. Oh, and my favorite, Ferris Buttless.
Wow, that's pretty harsh.
Ouch.
It's like you conjured her straight out of my worst fears. The kind of girl who was every kind of girl I wasn't.
I had this terrible feeling that, like, whatever Dia would say about Tyler, like, because, you know, we know that Dia bullied Tyler, would be transphobic. So I'm glad that it wasn't really that. Like, it wasn't, like, explicitly misgendering her or being, like, transphobic towards her. Okay, Dia's got 2 weaknesses. Let's try raging.
I never knew you had such a possessive side.
I know, right? She's just not right for you.
I'm talking about you.
Okay, yeah. needs some willpower.
I still think about how you felt, Jala. The things you let me do to you, the promises you whispered, all those first times.
She bullied me, Jala. She made my life hell. And you had a relationship with her behind my back. Of all the people in the world, how could you betray me with her?
Yeah, that's fair enough to be upset about that. It was a mistake. I mean, yeah, unfortunately I do think that Dia is really hot, but I think that the specific context of, like, you know, she was bullying Tyler and you dated her, like, that, you know, that was wrong. You shouldn't have done that.
I really just planned to confront her about bullying you. Get her to knock it off. But then, I don't know, emotions ran high. Before I knew it, we were kissing.
Yeah, it was just a spur-of-the-moment thing that went on for months behind Tyler's back.
Okay, seriously? Shut up.
No. I can't believe I'm saying this, but let Dia speak.
This is incredibly messy. You're right. I've been trying to figure out what the backdrop reminds me of, and I think I got it. Senua's Sacrifice. Ah. Yeah, I just noticed as well that the graves are skateboards. I only just clocked that, but that's pretty neat. Probably gonna need some items soon.
Did you tell Dia that I told you to break up with her? I made you break up with her.
Oh my god, is that really why you broke up?
So you didn't tell her it was me. Why not?
I was protecting myself.
It's kind of embarrassing to admit how whipped I am. What?
No, you got it right the first time.
Yeah, don't worry about my feelings. I'm only here as set dressing for your inevitable romance.
Do you regret asking me to?
No! Yes! I always wondered whether you really wanted to... me giving you that ultimatum. It poisoned all the choices you made after. Be careful what you wish for, huh?
That's interesting.
I'm so sorry, Tyler. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Fucking Irfan. No, that's interesting because, you know, with Sergio and Bruno, like, I feel like it was about something, like, it was about something different. With Dia, it's like, that's really interesting, right? Because it seemed that like regardless of the whole situation, that Jala actually really liked her, and the fact that like she broke up with Dia because Tyler told her to, and that she didn't necessarily want to break up with Dia, is just, it's interesting because like I am kind of thinking about Tyler's like actions in that regard, in the sense that like obviously, you know, it's messed up and like hurtful and everything that your best friend, who you're also like secretly in love with, is dating someone who bullied you. That's pretty messed up. But then if you kind of like make an ultimatum where they have to break up with that person, otherwise you won't be friends anymore. I don't know. Because I understand that like Tyler's been in love with Jala all that time as well, and that like she's very possessive, but you know, I think that they were kids, and like if Jala likes someone and wants to explore that, then even if she made mistakes, there's a sense in which, like, people, you know, if they like someone else, and if they want to be with someone else, then I don't know that you should, like, stop them and not give them a choice. Like, I can see how that would have, like, a souring impact on your relationship as well. And, I mean, obviously, like, I'm also beating around the bush here, which is, like, the possibility of like, polyamory or of loving more than one person as well. So there's a lot in that sense that I think, you know, needs to be considered and makes that situation quite complicated, and I understand why Tyler would react in that way, and, you know, obviously what Jala did was, like, super hurtful, but I don't know if, like, reacting in that way was incredibly productive, though, again, like, I totally get it, and also she was, like, a hurt teenager as well, so... Oh, this is all so incredibly messy.
Why do you always look at me like I'm about to bully you?
Spare Shahrukh! He's innocent! I'm the one at fault. I will bear my guilt for eternity.
Come on, Irfan isn't that weepy and self-righteous.
Close enough.
Okay, I think that maybe Heartless will work on Irfan.
You pretend you don't care, but each of these ghosts tells a different story.
You walk all over us and expect us to come back for more.
The worst thing is that we do.
Oh.
The entire school found out that you cheated on Tyler with me. It wasn't just a betrayal. It was a humiliation. You're an expert at taking people's dignity, aren't you, Jala?
I still found a way to swallow my pride and take you back. I made so many excuses for you, but that was the first time I regretted loving you. Not the last.
Do you regret it now?
Maybe we should have ended things then.
It would have been cleaner. I'd have saved myself a lot of heartbreak.
But we'd have missed out on a lot too.
Are you so sure the good memories are worth all the bad ones?
Let me look at my items. Ooh. Bruno's Mocha Bar. Yeah, Bruno's Mocha Bar looks like a good idea right now. Yeah, the soundtrack is bopping. The soundtrack is absolutely fucking golden. It's just so fucking good. Okay, what taunt do I think would work on Irfan? I could try impressing him. That might work.
Don't think that crying is gonna work on me. Again.
What?
Oh, what did you do, Jala?
Forget I said anything.
Smash!
I know our relationship was collateral damage and your little self-implosion 3 years ago, but seriously, what was so wrong with your life that you had to blow it up?
It was too much pressure.
I just cracked, okay? It wasn't any one thing.
You didn't even break up with me face to face. You called me from a payphone to tell me you'd fallen in love with someone else.
It's not the betrayal she couldn't take. It's the disrespect.
I mean, Jesus, Jala. You called collect.
This has gone on long enough. Tyler doesn't need you anymore, Jala. She's got me looking out for her.
Alright, Andale. Andale has got one weakness. What could that be? They might be angry.
I only pursued Andale because I was jealous of the two of you.
I knew that already, but it still hurts.
That's so messy. Nah, shocking was a good suggestion as well, Neve. Smash!
Face it, Jala. You're jealous that Tyler has me in her life now. How does it feel to be replaced?
You can't replace me.
Oh, please. You're just a friend. I was so much more than that.
Can you at least have the decency to be jealous?
Okay, I feel a bit stupid because earlier I was like, oh, is that like cassette tapes that she's listening to? And I just clocked that all of her like rage-based attacks are like are cassette-based. Now I feel like an idiot.
Ugh, here we go. I can already tell what you're going to ask.
Can't you see I'm trying to have a moment here?
Whatever. You're so predictable.
Tell me the truth. Did you come back here for me, Jala?
Not just for you.
You're part of it. But I left a lot of damage behind when I left. I came back to fix what I could. I'm sorry. Is that disappointing?
No. I'm relieved, actually. Maybe we can work out a way to coexist without being the center of each other's worlds. I mean, really? We were a complete disaster together, weren't we? It'd almost be funny if I didn't still want to cry every time I look at you.
Okay, so we're finally down to the last health bar. But what could her weaknesses be? I mean, she's pretty angry. I feel like that could work. But actually, I need some willpower points. So I'm gonna have a mango bar. Let's try making her angry.
So what? I don't want to be with you anymore, and all our years of friendship mean nothing?
You didn't just leave me, Jala. You incinerated us.
I just don't know if this can entirely be blamed on Jala, is all.
Aren't you both tired of all these half-truths and evasions? As usual, it's up to me to do the dirty work. You want to know who she really is, Tyler? How she really feels about you? I'll tell you. You deserve to know.
No.
Maybe that'll help set both of you free.
Fine.
Aruni! If Jala wants to tell me, she can tell me herself.
Yeah, Jala. Why don't you tell her yourself? or I will.
I think probably all of these things are true. But I'm not sure which one to say or which one to like emphasize. I still kind of feel like, okay, you know, I think Jala did some stuff that I'm not trying to excuse her for doing. But I think that I also get the feeling that Tyler was being like really possessive when there was a part of Jala that, you know, especially at that age, you know, like wanted to figure out who she was and like what she liked, and you know, I just kind of feel like being stuck with one person when you're so young, and that there being a feeling that you can't just like make mistakes and hook up with people or like someone and date them for a bit and have a car crash situationship in high school because you're like attached to this one person is also not healthy. So they're like I which is not to like, you know, hold that against Tyler. I just don't think that that's the healthiest thing either. So I don't know if it's like about the intensity as much as it's about, I think probably I'd emphasize that we were too young, because I think that being intense and being careless is something that you're a lot more likely to do when you're young. You know, it's not just something that only young people do, obviously. But when you're that age, you're like figuring it out, right? Especially because they're like young queer people. Yeah. So maybe I'll pick that.
I wish I'd met you later. You were always right there. I took you for granted.
You're not buying that, are you? Please. You take what you want from people, but it'll never be enough for you. There's something so empty inside you. You keep trying to fill it up with other people's admiration. If they want you enough, maybe you'll finally feel like you're worth something.
Hey, stop it! Don't talk to her like that.
I'm her. Don't you get it? I'm inside her head. You think you know her? You're wrong.
Wow. Things are getting pretty brutal in here. Her wings are majestic.
Aruni, please, stop it.
You want to know the real secret? What we know that you don't, what we've always known. You never loved her. Not the real her. No one could.
I gave you my heart, Jala, and you ate it whole.
Okay, what is the other thing that might work on her? Her other weakness? Maybe heartless?
Does this graveyard represent all your cold, dead dreams?
I like my dreams cold and dead.
Maybe I should have had an item first.
You and me, we're a graveyard. Everything that was living is now dead. All that's left are ghosts.
That's okay, I think I can pull this off.
You could never make up your mind about me, about your family, about your whole goddamn life. What do you even want from me, Jala? What right do you have to ask anything?
I'm not asking, to be fair, I'm not asking for anything from you. Okay, you've sorted out your differences, now you can be friends, or something more.
What we are, it's more than romance. I mean, screw romance. That's the least of what I feel for you.
No, please. Stop. I'll start getting ideas.
I can't forgive you for breaking my heart. I don't think I can ever trust you with it again. But I wasn't just your ex. We were best friends. You're my family. That part of me will always love you.
I'll always love you, Tyler. I'd say you're my soulmate if I believed in that kind of thing. No more ghosts, okay?
I said I'll always love you because I think that I don't know how you couldn't always love someone that you had that kind of relationship with, you know, whatever happens next. I feel that just felt honest, so. Bloody hell. I think the thing that shook me the most in this playthrough is my thirst sauna situation. I think that like half of it comes from me being a lesbian. I think there are so many times where I made decisions that got me heartbreaker points just because I was like not taking shit from a man, not wanting to lead a man on. And then I feel like a lot of this just came from me trying to be like understanding and empathetic. And then I don't know about this one, but yeah.
Before you say anything, let me just say this. Let's start small, okay? No blood oaths, no grand gestures, no promises of forever. Just two people who care being a small part of each other's lives.
How sensible.
I guess the only thing we've never done with each other is take things slowly.
We're trying this new thing called having boundaries.
Good luck, you're already flirting.
Ah, that reminds me. That Aruni in your head, you know she's nothing like your sister, right?
They're similar, though.
She's a better version of Aruni than your version of Irfan, at least.
I almost forgot how competitive you are, which is, incidentally, not my point.
What is your point?
I don't think she's good for you, Jala.
Jala needs me. You don't even want her back. Why do you care?
Damn it, boundaries, Tyler. I said it, and now I'm done. I trust you to take care of yourself. So, take care of yourself, okay?
Whew, okay. Yeah, well, I guess that's that. Sorry, that was a mistake. I will not be doing any skate challenges at present. Okay, I think that we have one chapter left, so I think that it might be the case that the last chapter is about the whole cult thing, because that plotline hasn't really been resolved yet, but now we've kind of mostly resolved our issues, or like started to heal relationships with everyone. So that's good. I feel like I'm in AA.
Are you done for the day?
Yeah, I'm done.
Jala, why don't we watch some TV?
Sure thing, Dad.
Well, I'm going out with Chandra. We should talk in the morning, Jala.
Well, that's not too cryptic.
Night, Jala.
I wish that I could know what Amma and Auntie Chandra going on a night out is like, but leftover kiribat. I feel like we might meet Ahmed as well. I really want to meet Ahmed. Maybe we'll go to Aruni's wedding. But with less medicalization of your problems. Yeah, for sure. It's like, so I'm an alcoholic, recovering alcoholic TM, sober for 2 years now. 2.5 years almost. Crazy. But yeah, I never really like formally went to Alcoholics Anonymous or anything like that. But I've got friends who have been to like NA and stuff. So pretty familiar with like the way that they work, and I also like did a lot of my own research when I was like starting to recover. And it's like there's aspects that are good, and I think that the part of like the recovery process that's you know, about making and trying to make amends to the people you hurt and stuff can be really helpful. But AA and NA are definitely also very strange institutions that really like medicalize alcoholism, and they really medicalize your issues. And sometimes it's like within the context of like religious institutions as well, that, you know, it's not that I necessarily have a problem with that, but it's just that that's not always the best framework for everyone. And also like I guess like how we feel about religious institutions and how religion is institutionalized is different to how we might feel about like faith per se, like religious faith and religious belief per se. So yeah.
So, a little birdie told me today was a big day for you.
I've been to AA and they were like, oh, you have a disease. Yeah, and it just wasn't right for me. Yeah, I hear you, and that's also why it wasn't really right for me. Chandra's absolutely taking her to lesbian bars, right? I hope so.
It's me. I'm the birdie.
Speak of the devil.
Auntie, you're here?
Uh-huh. Rookmini overdid it with the cocktails tonight. I brought her home safely. While I was here, I thought I'd help my little brother cope as well.
Or you never cook and you came to raid my fridge.
Leftovers and coffee would go so good with all the tequila inside me.
Dad's nervous.
I'll admit, it's strange to see you rattled, Daddy.
Ah, what a lifetime of thinly veiled resentment from an in-law can do.
That's not very fair, Chandra. It's not thinly veiled. Speaking of nerves and complex relationships, Tyler and Aruni...
Oh, we're going to meet Pati as well, I think. I think we're going to meet Pati, and we're going to meet Ahmed, and we're going to have the wedding, and we're going to resolve the cult plotline.
Well, we don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, Jala Banana.
I do.
I don't really know where to begin. It's a lot.
Well, how are you feeling right now?
Exhausted.
Like I've been 10 rounds with Mike Tyson, but emotionally. I think I used up all the feelings I had and then some. I'm in a feeling deficit right now.
And now, Pati will be here in the morning.
Dun dun dun.
Did that sound laden with dread? I meant it to sound happy. You know, yay, my mother-in-law, who I love and respect, is visiting.
Needs work.
If that's your best attempt, I'd stay up tonight and practice in the mirror, or we're all doomed.
That's the spirit. Come on, Jala. What's one more emotionally devastating confrontation? How bad can it possibly be? Eh?
Cheers to that!
You're both terrible, and I appreciate you so much right now.
Okay. What's this now? What is this? Okay. These are all the icons from like the taunts. So you've got heartbroken, raging, shocked, impressed.
Jala, I'm sorry. I know I went too far yesterday. I took over, I made you say things you didn't want to say. I shouldn't have done that.
This needs to stop.
No, it's my fault. I've let this go on too long. I need to let you go.
Oh, just like that, huh? After everything I've done for you. You think if you cut me out, you'll be whole?
Is this a weird nightmare sequence? Dream sequence time! Oh my god, yes! We love a weird dream sequence in which we process emotional trauma.
You can push me down so deep that you can't hear my voice, but I'll still be there, waiting. In the dark. I'm part of you. How can you just abandon me?
I am you.
Deep down, you want this too.
Jala, don't do this. I'm scared.
I love you.
You're the part of me I couldn't love. You're fickle, you're mean, you're vain and self-righteous. You're so angry. I felt like I needed to change myself to be loved. Cut those parts out, suppress them, avoid them.
But the more you did, the more I came out in ways you didn't expect.
I'm not hiding from my shadow anymore. I see you. I know you. I accept you. Thank you for everything you've done. You're a part of me. You'll always be a part of me.
Stop blubbering and just do it, Jala. All this sentimentality is giving me a headache.
I couldn't have hallucinated a better sister. Goodbye, Aruni.
Goodbye, Jala.
Yeah, again, I said that because, I guess that's also something that I've been, come to the conclusion of, or like, been dealing with in myself, and, I guess something that I feel like I've learned is that it's human. Like, it's literally just, like, you a human being have negative emotions. You know, you can be arrogant, you can be vain, you can hurt people, you can be cruel. All of those things, you know, we all have those things, like, within us. We all have the capability to do those things. And I think that to feel those things, and I think that when we try to cut that part of ourselves out, we just end up in this spiral where we hate ourselves more, and we just hate ourselves for being human beings, like for making mistakes, for feeling what we feel, for hurting people sometimes, even if we don't mean to, even if we do mean to. And I don't think that hating yourself for being a human being makes you a better person. I think that when I started trying to genuinely accept that part of myself and not hate myself for it. You know, things that I struggle with a lot, like feeling jealous or being mean or being petty or being a gossip or being arrogant. Like if I stopped like hating myself for feeling those things or you know, saying things or doing things sometimes that come from that place, like I think that starting to approach it in that way has been something really healing for me. I'm not trying to say that I'm like healed TM, because you know, like anyone, I still have a long way to go, but something that really helped me, to be honest, is that like I have friendships in my life where like I felt like I could just say those things or express those things, and like people wouldn't think any worse of me for it, and I think that really helped. Like they wouldn't think that I was a bad person, and you know, I think that that's really different from, that's obviously really different from like encouraging yourself to think you're better than other people, or encouraging yourself to be cruel, or encouraging yourself to do this, that, or the other. But I think that if you can accept that you're a human being and those things are a part of you just as much as they're a part of anyone else, and that hating yourself for being a human being is not, it doesn't make any sense to do that. It's just a really healing thing. I think that to really, you know, I guess that I also think about this with how we love other people, right? Like, there's so many people in my life that I love, and I don't love them because they're perfect. And I know that, you know, sometimes they hurt me, sometimes there might be things about them that I don't always like, but that's fine. Like, I love them, like, and I love them for who they are in its entirety. And thinking about that, you know, made me think, you know, why do I need to be perfect to care about myself? And that's just something that's been really healing for me. So anyway, this is a bit of a ramble, but what I'm saying is that that's kind of it. It felt like the right thing to say to that part of Jala was I love you. Actually, you know, I'm not trying to shut you out, and I don't hate you, because that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to hate that part of yourself, because you're just human. So that's what it made sense to say, and that's where I was coming from with that, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm kind of rambling, but yeah. To the tune of that one Micah song, You Can Be Arrogant, You Can Be Vain. Yeah, banger.